Good morning everyone. This is Dr. Sundaravadivel. So in this video we are going to discuss about the unit 1 of basic civil and mechanical engineering. So in this video we are going to see the overview of civil engineering contributions to the welfare of society and so on. So civil engineering. What is civil engineering? Civil engineering is the oldest engineering discipline. Civil engineers plan, design, construct and operate the facilities essential to modern life. Bridges, which is used for bridges, highways, water treatment plant, etc. Civil engineers are problem solvers. Civil engineering is the art of directing the great sources of power in nature for the use and convenience of mankind. Houses, bungalows, flats, huts, and this sort of massive structures are being constructed by civil engineers. Role of civil engineer to the welfare of society. A civil engineer has to conceive, plan, estimate, get approval, create and maintain all civil engineering activities. Civil engineer's role in infrastructure development. So he is used to measure and map the earth's surface, plan new townships, etc. and so on. Then build river navigation and flood control projects, build canals and distributaries, purify and supply water to the needy, provide and maintain communication systems like roads, railways, harbors and airports. He also should devise systems for control and efficient flow of traffic. He should provide and maintain solid and wastewater disposal system, and civil engineers should monitor land, water and air pollution and take measures to control them. So what is the impact of infrastructural development on economy of a country? Good planning of towns and extension areas in the cities. Each extension area should be self-sufficient in accommodating offices, educational institutions, markets, hospitals, recreational facilities and residential accommodation. And it should have assured water supply, good drainage system, pollution-free environmental conditions, a well-planned and built network of roads and road crossings, railway connections, airports, harbors, etc. etc. Effect of improved infrastructural facilities. So connecting producing centers to marketing places. So it improves imports and exports, improved irrigation, infrastructural facility develops scope for number of industries, and finally it improves education and healthcare. Due to the improved infrastructural facilities, manpower, effective utilization of manpower for the benefit of mankind also happens. In case of natural calamities, assistance can be easily extended. Infrastructure facility improves defense system and finally improved economical power. So what are the various disciplines of civil engineering? Civil engineering is traditionally broken into several disciplines including structural, geotechnical, environmental, water resource engineering, transportation engineering, construction engineering, surveying and remote sensing. What is structural engineering? Structural engineering is concerned with the analysis and design of buildings, bridges, towers, walls and other structures. It is nothing but designing. It involves identifying the loads and forces, stresses and designing the building according to that. So the structural engineer must design structures to be safe for their users and to successfully fulfill the function they are designed for. Due to the nature of some loading conditions, disciplines within structural engineering have emerged, including wind engineering and earthquake engineering. So it uses the static loads, dynamic loads. It founds the static loads, etc. In for this sort of high-rise structures and all, wind engineering studies has to be performed before constructing it. That is the role of structural engineering. Then the next one is geotechnical engineering. Geotechnical engineering is the branch of civil engineering that deals with soil, rock and underground water and their relation to the design, construction and operation of engineering projects. So it applies the principles of engineering mechanics to soils. So environmental concerns are being analyzed. So the boundary conditions are often well defined in other branches of civil engineering, but with soil, it is clearly defining these conditions can be very much impossible. So the material properties and behavior of soil are also difficult to predict due to the variability of soil. The next subdiscipline of civil engineering is environmental engineering. What are the areas of environmental engineering? So the environmental engineer concerns with the wastewater collection and treatment, solid and hazardous waste management, air quality management, and so on. So these are all some of the pictures which shows the function of environmental engineer. So environmental engineer cares for environment, like collecting waste, and he is thinking about air pollution, hazardous, and wastewater collecting systems, etc. Then the next one is water resource engineering. Water resource engineering is concerned with the collection and management of water as a natural resource. As a discipline, it therefore combines hydrology, environmental science, meteorology, geology, conservation, and resource management. This is the area of civil engineering relates to the hydrology and so on. Although the actual design of the facility may be left to other engineers, and hydraulic engineers design these facilities using the concept of fluid pressure, fluid statics, dynamics, and hydraulics, among others. So they are related to water resources. So the water resources engineering deals with fluid mechanics, as I told earlier, fluid mechanics, hydraulics, hydrology, groundwater engineering, systems and operations in hydrology, water plant soil system, drainage system, and advanced hydraulics in water engineering. So in these pictures we can see the water resources engineer plans how much water we have to store, where we have to store, when we have to open the dam, and what are all the needs to make the water to flow, temporary storage, etc. and etc. Right. Then the next discipline is transportation engineering. Transportation engineering is concerned with moving people and goods effectively, safely, and in a manner conducive to a vibrant community. This involves specifying, designing, constructing, and maintaining transportation infrastructure, which involves airport, ship, everything. Transportation engineering involves estimation of a trip generation and distribution system, how many trips for what purpose, destination choice, route assessment, sizing of transportation, signs, signals, markings, etc., determining the materials and thickness used in roads, etc. So these are some of the pictures shows the usage of transportation engineering. So they should finalize the route, then signals, then roads, they should maintain the roads, flyovers, then the other waterways, etc. Then construction engineering. Construction engineering involves planning and execution of the designs from transportation, site development, hydraulic, environmental, structural, and geotechnical engineers. Construction engineers engage in the quality assurance and quality control on the site, material testing, concrete mix design, everything. Start from the design to the final handing over, everything should be done by the construction engineer. They should do designing, then water resources, raw material resources, they should plan for machineries, everything they have to do. So usually the major works are executed by construction companies. These firms have their own staff for design and construction, etc. In large specialized project, construction engineers, construction consulting engineers are employed. These consulting engineers and the firm to which he is associated become responsible for the complete investigation. Then comes surveying. Surveying is the process of measuring the distances on or below or above between two features on the earth surface and to prepare a plan or a map. Surveying uses several equipments, and this transformation is then finally the surveying reports how much distance are being available between several features, and this information is used by civil engineers, contractors and even realtors to design from build on trade respectively. So these are some of the surveying instruments used. So majoritarily this total station is being used nowadays, then leveling staff, dumpy level, measuring tape, tripod, etc. Thanks for watching this video.